Hey everybody, welcome to our network marketing blueprint for success. My name is Billy Funk, the Extreme Networker. I'm here with my business partner, Ray Dietrich, the MLM Force. Together we make up Extreme Force Marketing. Today what we're going to do is tell you why so many people are successful, and we're going to give you a blueprint of how you can be successful as well. It's no secret in network marketing that the people that make the most amount of money go out there and they prospect, they invite, they follow up, and they recruit and sponsor the most amount of people. And they have a system that they follow. Some people do it for longer than 2 weeks. Some people do it for 90 days. We're going to teach you exactly what you should do if you want to build your business to the maximum. And it's a system that goes like this. For 2 weeks, you get completely laser focused on prospecting and recruiting into your business and onto your team. The following 2 weeks, what you're going to do is you're going to team build. You're going to take the people that you just recruited and you're going to drive through them. You're going to team build. You're going to help them do the same thing. And then you go back to 2 weeks of laser focused, literally putting your blinders on and going out there and grinding it out and sponsoring and prospecting and recruiting as many people as possible. 2 weeks on of recruiting and prospecting, 2 weeks of team building and helping the people that you just recruited. And it's rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. If you did that for 90 days, you would have at least three solid legs that are driving maximum depth. We're going to teach you online and offline. My business partner, Ray Dietrich, he's going to, maybe you got something else to say on this subject, Ray, but we're going to teach you prospecting methods, not just online, but also offline. It's all yours, Mr. Force.
Thanks, Billy. People, what happens is they come into a network marketing company and immediately they go to work, they sign up the people who they have the most influence with, they get their sign-ups, they get going, and then something happens. This happens to a lot of people. They come in and sign up people right away because they have extreme influence with those people that get them in easily. Okay, but then the paralysis kicks in, right? They do a couple things. Number one, they either sit back and try to learn everything there is to know about that company. Study, ask questions of everyone under the sun, learn every little piece of the comp plan, learn every little piece of the product, and they're taking up all their time learning rather than doing. They're not doing any money-making activities, so they don't make money. And the second thing that they do, and I see this all the time, is they do sign up those first people in that first month, and then they just expect that they're going to get duplication all on their own. Okay, that those people are just going to go to work and build because they're in now, so I'm good. I don't have to do anything else. And that's just not reality, guys. You have to be recruiting and sponsoring all the time, forever. You look at the people who have the biggest checks in this industry, they don't come in and sign up people in the first month and just sit back and build their team. That's not going to happen. If you do that, you're going to have a team that slides backwards. You're not going to get anywhere.
You lead from the front. Ray, I'm a numbers guy. I love comp plans. You can ask me detailed questions about our comp plan right now, and I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to have all the answers, and I'm not going to even go out there and attempt to learn every single thing about the comp plan, because if I learn every single piece of the comp plan and answer every single one of your questions, you're going to think that you have to do the same thing. But if you ask me a question that I don't know and I'm having success inside of that company, I got the ability to say, you know what, that's a great question. I actually don't know that answer. To be honest with you, I don't know it at all. I can tell you this, though. It's working for me without knowing that answer. And it can work for you, too, if you don't try to figure out every single little detail of every single piece of the comp plan, of every single piece of the product, every ingredient, every this, that, and you end up with analysis paralysis. You end up sitting there, it's like aiming at a target and never firing. You have to take massive action. You have to go out there and use your passion and excitement and go out there and build your business and spread your passion to the people that you have got power over.
That's it. A comp plan is only there to reward the right activity and reward the right behavior. If you do the right things within the company, it pays you. You don't have to know why it pays you or how it pays you. You're going to get paid. If you're out there recruiting and sponsoring people and showing them how to do the same, if you just focused on that and team building, the comp plan will pay you. You don't have to know why or how.
Ray, before you hop on a flight to, let's say Atlanta or Denver, do you analyze every piece of the plane and try to figure out exactly how it all works and how the captain's going to, take off and land the plane? and not get on the plane if you don't have all the answers? No, you buy your ticket, you hop on, and you put faith in the system that you're going to get to that right now. You have no idea how the inner workings and all the little systems and tools inside of it all work together, but you know it tells time. So I can tell you this, that a great comp plan, a great company with a good product, will reward you handsomely if you go out there and not focus on how it's going to reward you, but you go out there and you focus on what it's going to reward you for, which is prospecting and recruiting and then team building. How could I, Ray? I'm an offline marketer. I've been hanging out with guys like you, for the last 2 years. That you guys are just absolutely rock stars online. You have got an understanding of traffic and systems and and Facebook better than anybody I know. What could you teach somebody like myself, or maybe somebody that's watching this right now that's brand new to the industry, or maybe has got some offline marketing skill sets but doesn't have the online marketing skill sets that you do? How could I utilize more of my time online to prospecting and recruiting and putting laser focus on, and not doing activities that don't produce money?
There's a million ways to build online, right? Now, the way I look at online, I'm going to go over several strategies right now, but the way I look at online isn't different than offline. It's about building relationships, even online. Some of my strongest people, like Billy Funk that I'm working with right now, we built a relationship online first. We took it offline, and now we're business partners, okay? So you have to look at online not that much differently, but it's a massive list. Facebook alone, there's hundreds of thousands of marketers, probably millions online that you can connect with, build a relationship with, and try to get them into your business at some point once you have that relationship. Now, for me, I try to start 10 new chats every single day with people online. Not with your friends, not with your upline, not with people who are in the deal with you. New people outside of the company that you're working. Start chats with them. Don't pitch them. Don't just throw links at them. Don't have a copy and paste message to throw at them. Actually start chatting with them, build relationships with them. Check in on them a couple days later. Message them, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Get that relationship with them going. They're going to see what you're posting online. They're going to know that you're in a deal, right? And another thing, on your timeline, don't just hammer it with just links and links and links and links. Look at my timeline. I post a sign-up link maybe every 2 weeks. That's about it. I don't hammer my page. It all happens on these private messages, okay? And getting them from a message to a phone call. But if you're not actively going out there and starting new, messaging sessions or chats or some kind of engagement with people, how are you going to find new people online to sign up? Okay, and that's a free method. You can use the graph search on Facebook to identify marketers. You can go into these networking groups and identify marketers. You can follow them so you don't have to risk a friend request in Facebook jail. If you follow them and start commenting and liking on their posts, they're probably going to engage with you. You'll be surprised how many friend requests you get. You can shoot them a message. Now, don't do 30 a day. You're gonna get in trouble with Facebook. They're very restrictive. But if you spread out 10 new contacts a day with those types of people, I guarantee that you're going to start signing up people online. It's a strategy that most don't do, because what happens is they get so involved with their community, because we build awesome teams that like to hang out and and talk about things and ask questions and just be real actively with each other, that people spend all of their time almost in cheerleading mode. And that's not how you build a business. Yes, that's valuable. Yes, it shows engagement and people are excited to be part of that community, and that's important for prospects to see. But if you're not spending time seeking out new people online via chat, you're not going to get anywhere. How can you expect to sign up new people if you're not contacting new people?
I completely agree, Ray. There's so many people that sit there and they check their email, they go on Facebook and they go through the news feed and they start posting away, or maybe they start playing, I don't know, Angry Birds or one of those crazy games, or they watch TV and they sit there and they wonder why they're not having success, and some of them even say the network marketing didn't work for them. Well, in reality, it wasn't network marketing that didn't work for them. It was them not working for network marketing. It's not called net sit on your ass marketing. It's not called net lazy marketing. It's called network marketing. You have to go out there and you got to put some effort in. You got to do the right activities, and when you do that and you practice doing those activities over and over and over again, you're going to get results. It's literally, if you do the right things and you consistently do the right things and you consistently prospect and you consistently approach and expose people, you are going to consistently get results. It may not be in the beginning, but at some point in time you will meet that threshold and you will hit that tipping point and you will go past that point of plateau, and you will go on the mountain of success and you will be able to climb to the top of it. It doesn't happen overnight. But if you stay on the right path, on the right road, if you took a trip from Florida to California and you took the right highways to get there and you didn't stop and you didn't run out of gas, you didn't pull over, you didn't hit a detour, you didn't stop and say, I give up. If you kept going until you got there, you're going to get there every single time. And you can do that online and you can do that offline. What I like to do, Ray, is bridge the gap in between. If I was to meet you online and connect with you on Facebook, I'm going to take you offline. I'm going to get on the phone with you. I'm going to hopefully, if I'm close to your city, I'm going to meet up with you in person. If I meet you offline, if I meet you at an event, if I meet you, through a phone call, I'm going to take you online. I'm going to show you all the strategies, all the tips, all the tricks. I'm going to connect and engage with you online and further that relationship. I'm also going to bring you into a group that's got the most incredible training on the planet and will elevate your game to the next level. And you'll see that it's not just me. I'm working with a team, and together everybody does achieve more. Ray, a lot of ways work. There's different ways that you can prospect and invite and expose and prospect people and recruit. And it really doesn't matter what you use as long as what you use works. So when you find something that works, work it and work it and work it. Don't try to go out there and strengthen your weaknesses, because by doing that you'll actually weaken your strengths. So find something that works for you. You can use anything that Ray Dietrich has to offer and really take that and master that online. Maybe you would find something offline that I can teach you that might make sense to you, like let's say going to meetup.com. I can't tell you how many different times I've gone to an entrepreneur networking event inside of Chicago, inside of San Diego, inside of different cities by just going to meetup.com and typing in entrepreneurship, typing in business, typing in networking events, and finding a local event, going there and meeting people that are open to taking a look at new businesses. Those are the people that you want to go after. Those are the people that you want on your team, people that take massive action, people that are at networking events, networking, they're working. Another way that you can do it is by going into any Starbucks or coffee shop. Instead of putting your business cards on the corkboard, go find the business cards of people that look like they're networkers, look like they're marketers or in sales. Those are the people you want because they're taking action. Here's the thing. If they're advertising their business, what that means to me is they're not currently happy with where they're at in life, that they're looking for more money. They're looking for more ways to maximize their career. And so it's really simple. You call somebody up and you say, hey, John, hey, Bob, my name's Billy, my name's Ray, whatever your name is. I was just in Starbucks. I was looking at your business card, and I got a few questions for you. How's that business going for you? And what you're doing is you're building rapport with them, and then you're making a friendship. You're making a connection. Because I'm not going after people on phone call one and trying to flip them into my business. What I'm looking to do is create a bridge with them. Because I look at every entrepreneur on the planet as somebody that is on the other side of a river between the two of us. And if there's a river between you and a networker, you and a marketer, you and an entrepreneur, and you build a bridge with them, at some point in time, they can cross that bridge. They can actually walk to the other side. But if you don't build that bridge, they're not going to want to swim across the river. Does that make sense, Ray?
No, absolutely. I mean, you're seeking out action takers, just like you said, Billy. I mean, these guys are the ones working their business. They're trying to further their sales in whatever company they're in or whatever they have going on. You want the action takers. So if someone's taken action enough to hit that corkboard with their stuff, those are the people that you want to connect with. That's huge. Get that connection going. I'll talk a little bit about some paid advertising strategies you can do, and some of these are as cheap as $7. A Facebook promoted post is $7. Okay, if you're gonna drop a link, do it with a sponsored post. It's less than $7. It shows to all of your friends almost, right? Like compared to maybe 10% or less that might see it otherwise, and generate those leads coming in on your capture pages. Now, just don't let the lead sit there. If you're running solo ads, or you're running Facebook ads, or you're doing a sponsored post, and you're doing paid advertising to these marketing systems and generating leads, don't just let the autoresponders just do all the work and expect that you're going to get high conversions. Yes, you'll get conversions, but how about you try to seek those people out online? How about you do searches and graph searches and on Google for those emails that are coming in, and try to connect with those people on the phone, build the relationship, take them offline to online, or at least send them a personal email, introducing to the group, trying to plug them in to see the community that is building your deal. That's everything. A personal connection on top of these leads is huge. The biggest thing is, don't just do one thing. Just like Billy said, if he meets somebody offline, he takes them online and shows them the bigger picture. If I generate a lead or a connection online, I'm taking them offline so they can build that relationship. That's the key. A lot of people talk about, hey, I'm an old school or I'm a new school marketer. Screw all of that. Just be a marketer. Use everything that is all around you and put it all together and show people how much training that you've been given by the techniques that you're using. People don't do this stuff, guys. They do one or the other. You don't see people doing this hybrid everything approach very often. And when people see that you're doing that, they will follow you because you're doing stuff that they want to do. They want to learn it. They want to build with you, and it's going to show them that you know what you're doing, and that's huge.
I agree completely, Ray. One of the things that I like to do online is, kind of Gary Vaynerchuk's way of jabbing and jabbing and jabbing, and then taking that right hook and going for the KO. Giving value upon value upon value. Don't just spam your links like Ray was saying. Nobody wants to see that. If you're consistently just posting your links and popping it everywhere around the planet on social media, people are going to look at you as a spammer. But if you give value, if you share other people's value, and you consistently give your fans and your followers enough value, you will build equity up with them to the point where when you post a link, they will want to buy because you've bought that equity with them. You've built up that equity, and now you can monetize it. There's so many ways that work. Ray has got some incredible videos on what he does on Facebook, how he has literally sponsored hundreds of people through Facebook messaging without ever even talking to them. Now, there are plenty of times where Ray Dietrich gets on the phone with people. He is a hybrid marketer. He just markets. Like he says, he's not an online marketer. He's not a new wave marketer. He's not an old school marketer. He's a marketer. He uses every advantage to his disposal. He uses every resource, every tool, every asset that he has in his back pocket, and he goes out there and he markets. And if you do the same thing for 2 weeks, you stay laser focused on prospecting and recruiting, and what's going to happen is you're going to have a team that you're going to be able to work with for those next 2 weeks and drive depth with. I'm not saying that if you went out there and prospected, Ray Dietrich, and you recruited him into your business, and he calls you up with a three-way the next day, not to answer that phone call and say, hey, Ray, I can't talk to you right now. I'm prospecting and recruiting. No. By doing that three-way, you're actually prospecting and recruiting. What activities should they be doing outside of what we were just talking about, Ray? So three-way calls are good, right?
Absolutely. Three-way calls. If you get a small team going, get a conference call. Get with your upline, have them do presentations for you. But make sure it's all money activities, money-generating activities. Absolutely. That is the key to this. If you're recruiting, getting them in front of, say, a hangout or a conference call or a upline, three-way conversation, that is what you need to be doing. Don't spend time contacting everyone about your questions. Get to that later. You need to build if you want to stay alive in this industry. That's the bottom line. You have to go into just targeted ultra recruiting mode and just hit it as hard as you can. If you want to win in this industry, that is how it's done. You recruit, and then build with that team. And if you continue to do that, like we said, for a 90-day cycle, you will be amazed at what you can accomplish. But there's so many different ways. Say online, you just have to think outside of what everybody else is doing. There's sites you can do free press releases at that get massive traction online. Talk about a training that you're going to do and put a press release out for it. See if you generate leads that way. Craigslist is huge. There's so many other things. There's so many social networks, and there's tools that can share them. The engine that shares can hit those things, hundreds of social networks with different things that are lead generators that only take seconds to do. So that's a money-making activity. Sharing something across a mass network of social networks all at once, take the leads that come in and follow up with them, trying to get them on the phone. But that's the things you need to focus on. I know we keep harping on it, but these things that are taking up all your time trying to learn everything are not going to make you money. They're going to slow down your business. And what happens is your team sees what you do. If you're just simply a cheerleader or an MLM groupie, for lack of a better term, your team's going to do the same. If they see you out there lighting it up and just recruiting people and welcoming new people to the team daily, weekly, monthly, over and over and over, and they see you have success, they're going to realize, well, that's how I need to do it. That's what I need to do to have success, because Billy's out there recruiting and he's blowing it up, but I'm not. Maybe I need to do what Billy does, and that's the duplication. And duplication is everything.
Leading by example. Your people, your team will literally look at you, and if you're having success, they will think that they have to do the same thing. So if you're not out there prospecting and inviting and exposing people and recruiting people, well, they're going to think that they can sit back and have success without doing anything too. And so this system of 2 weeks on, of laser focused, grinding it out, prospecting and recruiting, and then 2 weeks of helping those people that you just brought onto the team and driving through them and teaching them those strategies, and rinsing and repeating that, it works. It only works if you work it. There are so many ways that you can go out there and prospect and invite, offline and online. I mean, you can go up to anybody that's working in any restaurant, in any fast food place, in any bar, in any convenience store, in any gas station, and know in your mind that 99% of those people do not want to be working there for the rest of their life. You don't even have to qualify them. You can build a little bit of rapport, and you can then ask them, hey, are you married to Shell gas station? Are you married to Chili's? Are you married to McDonald's? Are you married to Starbucks? Or do you keep your options open? And then you ask for permission. After they say, yeah, I'm not married to McDonald's, I'm not married to Chili's, and then you say to them, if I was to send you some information on what I do, would you be willing to look at it? They answer yes. Awesome. Take your phone out. Pick 2 area codes in that area, wherever you're at in the world, and say to them, if I was to send you a text message with this information, would I be dialing 770 or 404 first for Atlanta? Would I be dialing 773 or 312 first for Chicago? Would I be dialing 760 or 619 for San Diego? Would I be dialing 305 or 954 for Miami? I can keep going and going and going because I've utilized that strategy in so many different cities inside of this country, and it's worked every single time. Not a single person has answered that question and not given me their phone number. It works if it works.
I've seen it over and over. Going to lunch with Billy is a great time. I'll tell you that, because you get to see this in action, and it's a beautiful thing. So let me point out one thing. If you spend some time on Billy Funk's YouTube channel, if you don't think you know how to recruit or prospect or invite people, spend some time on his channel. He lays it out. There's some reverse marketing strategies where he's put thousands of people in the business with Google. A Google and a cell phone. That's all this guy needs. He doesn't hold it back, guys. The training is there.
Free training. You can generate. There's a system, Ray, where you can generate unlimited amounts of leads. They're hot. They're highly targeted leads for absolutely free. It doesn't cost you a single penny, and they're all ripe. They're all ready for you. It just takes you getting on the phone. As long as you have an internet connection and you can access Google and you've got a cell phone that you can utilize, you can build a business from scratch without having any contacts whatsoever, without having any influence over anybody, with being dropped off in the middle of a city. If you gave me a cubicle, okay, and a brand new phone that was wiped clean, and gave me access to Google, and you took every other access away from me, I couldn't go on Facebook, I couldn't go on any social media network, but I had access to Google on my phone. I guarantee you that I could put 1,000 people in 100 days, because I've done it multiple times. And you can too, as long as you have that mentality of you know that you can do it. Go out there and take advantage of what's in front of you. If you don't have any money, I guarantee you can generate as many leads as you want by going on Google and typing in different internet marketing companies, different mortgage brokers, real estate agents, insurance agents, network marketing companies, and area codes in parentheses, hitting search and dialing numbers. Watch that reverse marketing video because it'll teach you what I say. Ray will teach you exactly how to drive traffic, how to email market, how to go out there on Facebook and do what he does best, which is build engagement and relationships with people. No matter what strategy you use, whether it's online or offline or somewhere in between, at the end of the day, what's going to get you the most amount of results is what's going to get you to building relationships the quickest and the most solid. It's relationship marketing. This is not spam marketing. This is not, some form of going out there and just blasting people marketing. This is relationship marketing. Where the more relationships that you build with like-minded entrepreneurs, the more people that you will have in your business that are like that and are like you, and the more results that you're going to have, and the bigger team that you're going to grow.
That's it. I mean, it's all about the relationship, no matter how it comes about. But you have to take that action. You have to take these 2 weeks and just do it every single day. When you feel like...
What day is today? June 1st.
Today is June 1st. That's right. So it's the first of the month, guys. Hit it hard for 2 weeks straight. Make this happen. Get out there. When you feel like you want to go and chat with somebody who's already in your business and it's not a money-making activity, go find somebody new to chat with. When you're out and about and you just want to hang out, talk to somebody about your business. It's not that hard. If you see a capture page you run across, pop your email into it, and when they email you, email them back. Those are great people to talk to. There's a million ways to build this business, but you have to take action. You can't just sit around and talk about it. You can't just hope that it's going to happen to you. You can't just wish that it's going to happen to you. You have to take action, and you have to set example for your team, or it's not going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're going to be messaging your upline, or calling them, call them with a three-way, or text message them with a schedule with a three-way call. That's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be hitting your upline with questions about the comp plan, questions about the products, questions about this, that, and everything else, because those are not money-making activities. And if you become an expert on every piece of detail inside of the company that you're building right now, you're going to teach your people that they have to do the same thing, and that does not create duplication. Nobody wants to have to learn every single piece of the business. They want something that's simple and easy that anybody can do, whether they are a mortgage broker, whether they're a teacher, whether they're a janitor, whether they've never done this before or they've been doing it for 10 years. If you've got a simple method that anybody can use, then your business will start duplicating. Your team will start growing, and you'll produce results. It's all about massive, massive action. We just gave you a map, a massive action plan. It's time for you to pick a point on that map and utilize this massive action plan to get there. And don't take any detours. Don't stop and pull off on the side of the road and look at the world's largest pencil in somewhere in Idaho. Don't get caught up by all the distractions. Focus on what's in front of you. Focus on your target. Focus on your goal. Focus on the next 2 weeks. You are going to take massive action and prospect, invite, expose, approach, and recruit as many people as possible. And then the next video that Ray and I teach or go over, we're going to teach you exactly what to do with those 2 weeks of prospects and recruits and new team members, and how to drive through them, and how to drive massive, massive explosion growth in your business. Anything else, Ray Dietrich?
No, you know what? Just take the action. That's it. There's nothing to talk about. Just go out and do it. Just get it done. Just go out and recruit and prospect, build relationships, and this will happen. You can get your freedom. That's what we're really talking about here. That's why people build network marketing. It's to get your freedom. But it's not going to be given to you. It's not going to just happen magically. You need to go get it, and you need to work like you've never worked before if you want to land in the top of your company and get the freedom that you want. That's it. 2 weeks, let's rock.
2 weeks, let's rock. Today is June 1st. What that means is between now and, let me look at the 15th. So the next 2 weeks, June 1st all the way to the 14th, your entire goal is to prospect, expose, approach, and invite as many people as possible to take a look at your business and follow up with them and build a team, recruit as many people as possible in the next 2 weeks. On the 15th of this month, we are going to teach you exactly what to do for the next 2 weeks. So if you're watching this and let's say it's June 4th, what you're going to do is you're going to take 2 weeks. On the 18th, from the 4th to the 18th, you're going to utilize this strategy for 2 weeks. Whatever day, whatever time you're watching it, make a decision right now to utilize this technique and to take massive action and to go full throttle. Put the pedal to the metal and recruit and prospect as many people as possible for the next 2 weeks. Do that right now. Write it down on a piece of paper. Commit to doing it, and we'll see everybody in 2 weeks. Until then, this is Billy Funk, the Extreme Networker, with Ray the Force Dietrich and Extreme Force Marketing. We'll see everybody at the top and not from the top.